Yo, yo, RX back with another recap of UFC 326 Holloway versus Oliveira 2, or you could say those names the other way around. We back with another recap of a pay-per-view that was fucking terrible. Yeah, this card was putrid, to be honest. This is up there one of the worst cards I've ever seen in my goddamn life. It was bad. This is the worst card we've seen this year and the worst card we've seen in a long time. Apex cards are much better than whatever the fuck this was, and yeah, this was bad in every sense of the word. I know I've said this many times in the past, and somehow I still end up talking for like an hour and a half. I truly don't know how this video is gonna be long. I would be amazed if it's an hour. I'm not wasting time talking about most of these fights, because they were that fucking pathetic, so it was terrible, and it's just that simple. It was a fucking terrible card, and outside of the White House getting announced, which even that people are not the most thrilled by, it was just not good. It was a really bad night for the UFC, and yeah, again, this is one of the worst cards I've seen ever. It's a high on that list. It was just bad, so can't wait to talk about it. The one good thing about a terrible card, it makes my job of recapping them easier because I don't have to waste a lot of time talking about them, because I'm not wasting my time going in depth on a fucking garbage fight. So, you know, I have many times, I have some standards, and yeah, my standards are higher than this garbage card, so not looking super forward to talking about it, but at least it should be quick, and I'm not wasting my time on a lot of these fights. So if you want to hear more in depth on these fights, probably better recaps, but there's very few fights that are actually going to get recapped and not just insulted and moved on from, so you have been warned. And yeah, let's just get into this already. The less we look and talk about this card, the better. So that being said, the only thing left to be said is my normal YouTube bullshit of please like, comment, and subscribe to unsubscribe by the end of 2026. As always, I want to to say the original video I talked about the card, the YouTube bullshit. I think I only leave the one thing for fucking very sad. We actually have to talk about this piece of shit, so let's do it. UFC 326 recap. One of the worst cards I've ever seen, and one of the shortest videos you'll ever see from me. Let's get into this garbage. 12 fights. Bad all around. Let's get this shit done. We did lose a fight on weigh-in day. Not a bad thing. Gaston Bolanos and Yeong Lee. A fight that was pretty terrible, and got canned because Lee was not going to make weight. Shocker. Not upset about losing that fight. Get Bolanos a new fight for like April. Make Lee move up to lightweight, and yeah, simple as that. Of how this card went, I don't think this fight would have helped in the matter of this card, so it's probably better that I got canned in hindsight. And yeah, I'm not too upset about that canning. Could have lost much worse, so there you go. Still got 12 fights, and only like 5 of them were worth a damn. Not the first one, beginning with, in the light heavyweight division, still the opener, even with the cancellation. We had a dud of many to begin the night between Rodolfo Bellato versus Luke Fernandez. Well, we began the night with a fraud checking. You know, that's always fun. Not wasting much time here. Fernandez was winning the fight, actually doing really decent work. Got clipped, went down, gave up, got finished. Yeah, he's a joke. Bellato's terrible. I got really nothing to say here. Fernandez is a bum fraud. Bellato's a fucking joke, actor, bitch. Nothing to say here. Fuck them both. Don't worry, it doesn't get better with our second fight of the night, staying at light heavyweight for another debut that might have actually went worse somehow. We have in our first of many one-sided boring decisions on this card. We had Dayar Nurgazai versus Rafael Tobias. Nurgazai easily beat him for 3 rounds. I'm not gonna waste time showing scorecards. It was a 30-27 Nurgazai all day. Not even much of a fucking debate. What am I meant to say? Nurgazai is fucking horrendous, but somehow they found someone to make him look halfway competent. Tobias is fucking awful. He can't strike. His grappling is pretty weak. Yeah, he's fucking terrible. Nurgazai, again, is terrible in his own right, but got the win. He's a better fighter here, keeping his job. Oh boy, we could watch more Dayar Nurgazai. And, yeah, not much to say. Tobias is awful. I would say maybe even worse than Fernandez. Both lost and got fraud checked. And Nurgazai got the win in a boring one-sided fight. Garbage. Next. Simplest way to describe these fights, the old cans that we've had in UFC beat the new ones we now have. So, great. Clearly the level of skill on Contender Series is getting lower because what the fuck. So, great. Garbage. 2 cans beat 2 new cans. Great start. I literally said after this opening fight, I'm gonna hate this card, ain't I? Yep. And the first fight of the night usually can set the tone, and it did. I hate this fucking card, and this beginning part definitely didn't help. And the featured early prelim didn't help either, as we had another one-sided, boring fucking fight. We had in the featured early prelim a fight that was fucking lame, and I was right on getting this one wrong, if that makes any sense. We had Sumu Darji versus Jesus Aguilar. I'm not gonna waste time here for 3 rounds. This should have been a bullying campaign, because Sue just beat up tiny Jesus easily, wasn't even competitive at all. Aguilar was too short to win anywhere, and he didn't win anywhere. Got beat and lost. 30-27 Sue got the win. Maybe Jesus Aguilar will hit his growth spurt eventually. I'm imagining when he grows up, he doesn't want to be the size of a fucking adult. Rather right now, he's Peter Dinklage, and I think Peter Dinklage will put a better fight here. Yeah, Jesus is a fucking joke. Sumidarji did the bare minimum to win this fight. Even Rogan and the gang was calling him out on it. And, yeah, boring. Not wasting time giving Sue a fight idea. Doesn't fucking deserve it. This fight was fucking terrible. This should have been the apex right between 2 fucking female fights. And the female fight would have been much better. And, yeah, joke fight. Aguilar is meant for men's atomweight, which I don't even think is a fucking weight class, and I would imagine many reasons why. And Sumidarji sucks, so he's pretty boring, and yeah, we'll see. He'll probably get a decent fight next time out. I don't give a fuck to give him a fight idea. This fight sucked. You need to grow taller, get your growth spurt already, buddy, and you're boring. Next. And yeah, that was the early prelims. Those might actually be the worst early prelims I've ever fucking seen in my life. No bullshit. A actor somehow winning with just throwing 1 punch after losing for 2 minutes and 40 seconds. This was a fucking... I've seen higher level fights on goddamn street beefs, and a dwarf getting his ass beat for ass gently 30-27. I don't know what to say. These early prelims would have been, they were so bad they would have looked out of place on a PFL card. Even they have higher standards than whatever the fuck this garbage was. This garbage. I don't know what to say. Fraud, dwarf, actor, boring. That sums it up. We get to the prelims, which do get a little better. aka there's one good fight out of four. The other three are fucking terrible. Hell, hey, one good fight's better than none, striking out on the early prelims. So we went 0 for 3 there. We go 1 for 3 here, beginning with the other fight that was actually better than the Sue fight. Was it? Now they were both, it's like debating a turd versus a shit. Like, they're both terrible. So there's the debate. As we had in our prelim opener, Namjurgal Termindembaro versus Cody Durden. This is the first fight I'll talk about a tiny bit, because I guess it was the second best prelim, I think. It was bad. For 3 rounds, Durden failed at takedowns and just got reversed, got controlled too easily. Termindembaro won the first 2. Round 3 was debatable either way. Termindembaro gets to win, and yeah, this fight was bad. Like, no striking at all, and which would have probably helped Durden, to be honest, because he's not the worst striker in the world. And yeah, one might really say here, Durden just failed at takedowns and got controlled. Termindembaro was able to control him and get the win. Was doing his best Jermaine Durandamy impression, hitting Durden after the bell twice, which was funny. And yeah, this fight was terrible, so not sure what to really say. Talk about this is a first card, don't get used to it. Termindembaro should be 11-0 now. He 3-0 in the UFC. This was still a robbery. Termindembaro is fine. I still don't think he's like a great prospect or anything, but he's okay. Better than some guys in the division. I'll take him over Joseph Morales any day. But yeah, he's not great by any means. We didn't get to see any striking here, and his grappling looked fine. Did more than enough to win. Did more than Durden. And again, 11-0 at this point. Should be the most respectable flyweight on the card, which should say a lot. And got the win over a vet in his biggest fight so far against his best opponent. Looked fine. Good job. I won't shit on him for no reason. The fight was terrible, but actually might have been more because of Durden, if anything. You did fine, Termindembaro. I can't hate on you there. Who I will hate on gladly, of course, the one time I picked your stupid ass, you do the worst you've ever looked. Cody Durden falling to 17-10. Oof. 6-8, 4 in a row. The one good thing about this fight, Cody Durden's getting cut. Haha, bye bitch. 1-6 in your last fucking 7. And one win was Matt Schnell, so is that even a win? Yeah, he's gone. About to be 35 years old in a few weeks. Long losing streak. Looked fucking terrible here. Yeah, good riddance, bitch. Long overdue. I'm not gonna... No one's gonna miss you. Go fucking RAF or PFO, whatever the fuck you wanna do. Leave us alone. Good riddance. Bye bye, bitch. I'm very okay with getting this wrong if we get rid of you in the process. So, bye bye. With that being said, the only thing left to say, and again, I don't expect this many times tonight either, is who should they fight next? For Termindembaro, the only fight that really popped out, I don't mind him fighting Lazy Boy Rodriguez. I think that'd be an interesting fight. Not sure if I will put that in the official fight idea thing, but yeah, I would be fine with that fight. I think that'd be an interesting one between a fraud and Termindembro who looks okay. I would definitely take Termindembro in that fight. And yeah, they're gonna go to probably Mexico well, for sure sometime later in the year, maybe Noche do that fight. I'd be down to see it. Or again, Lazy Boy does not always have to fight on Noche or whatever, so an Apex card, something like that. So yeah, Termindembro and Lazy Boy Rodriguez. Again, the only one I really saw, like, unless you give him Odie Osborne or someone like that, which you're obviously not going to. You're gonna let him go up in competition, not down. You know, I think Lazy Boy is worse than Durden. At least he's not on a losing streak in his mid-30s, so I think that makes sense. So book it. And then obviously again for Durden, goodbye, you suck, good riddance, get cut, stupid. And yeah, really not too much else to say there. Terrible fight, but you know, I'll give Termindembro the first bit of respect on this card. He looked fine, he did what he did, and got the win. Proved me wrong. He looks like a semi-alright prospect. Again, should be 11-0, 28 years old almost next time he fights. I can admit when I'm wrong. Good on Termindembro. Thank you for getting Cody Durden cut, and let's even fight Lazy Boy Rodriguez. And the more I think about that fight, more I think, okay, I actually do want to see that, so book it. Not really too much else to say there. Bye bye Durden, you fuck. And yeah, it's a good win for Termindembro. Should be 11-0, keeping it 0 here. Proving me wrong. Good win. Not a great win or fight, but he looked okay, and yeah, I don't know what else to say there. And then we had our only real highlight of the prelims, our only other finish, and we're not counting Bellotto, so really our only finish. And we had in our second fight of the prelims, the only highlight of the motherfuckers. We had our second fight of the prelims at featherweight, our real only finish and highlight of said prelims. Alberto Montez versus Ricky Torcios. Not a bad fight, and a finish, which is good. Round 1, Montez landed some good shots and was able to get round 1, while Ricky did stupid fucking taunts and did really nothing else outside of that. So clear round 1 for Montez. And then round 2, Tercio started to get hurt and gassed a bit, shot takedown, got sprawled. And eventually I had to kind of choke, which apparently Montez's like specialty or whatever, and got subbed. So pretty simple there. Got a little bit of decent striking, a finish in there. Good shit. Montez getting the bonus in his debut after 2 years. Not looking rusty at all. Getting a nice win. Love to see it. Not really too much to say there. So good shit. Pretty simple, and yeah, fine fight. Finish makes it a bit better. Self-explanatory. Let's talk about the fighters. Winner here, Alberto Montez, moving to 11-1, getting his UFC debut finally out the way after 2 years. He looked decent. He looked very decent here. Striking looked okay. Obviously, and kind of choke is clearly his submission. He looked good. He looked very decent here. What can you really say after 2 years away? To look pretty decent there. Can't really say anything outside of, like, he showed decent hands, got the submission, his patented submission pretty easily, and didn't look any bit rusty at all. Looked really solid, and what more can you really say? So the only highlight of the prelims, he did what he could to try and save him, and God did he not, but he tried. And yeah, good debut, good win, good performance, looked good. What more can you say? excited to see more of Montez if he does not take another 2 years off for no fucking reason. And then for Quickie, Ricky versus... Yeah, he finally got that fight in 2026. Didn't go too well for him. Falling 2-3 in a row now in the UFC, and a lot of people would say he's 0-5. The Kevin Natividad fight was not great for him. 2-4 counting Ultimate Fighter, 1-4 not. Do they cut him now? We'll see. I won't be shocked if he gets one more fight, to be honest, since he did have to do that Smotherman bullshit and all that. But if they did cut him, I would not be shocked at all, or upset, so it's definitely an up to the UFC kind of thing. It's not as clear cut as a lot of cuts. Do you want to cut him? Do you give him one more chance? I'm not against either, to be honest. He's a terrible fucking fighter, but what can you do? If he got cut, good, a bit overdue almost. If he stays, fine, can pick against him one more time without any real worry about it. More thing about it, I might put him on the chopping block, cause yeah, he could fucking go. And yeah, not good. Still don't know what happened to the guy who won Ultimate Fighter, but he's definitely gone now, and might be gone in general from the UFC, so see what the UFC does with him, and yeah, not too much else to say there. One thing left to say now is, who should they fight next? Kinda like Tim and Demerol, I only really saw one idea jump out at me from Montez. Would not mind seeing him fight Melsik Bagdasaryan, a guy who is not active or fighting too often. Yeah, it'd be an interesting one. Yeah, another one I'm not sure if I'll even put in the main fight idea thing, but that's really the only thing I could find for Montez and Melsik Bagdasaryan. I would be down to see it. That'd be a bit intriguing. Melsik definitely on his back foot in the UFC for all the goddamn pullouts and cancellations and da-da-da, so I mean, fighting would be ideal, and if you'd come back and beat Montez, that'd be good, or a win for Montez there would be good as well, so not really seeing much else there to go off of, and doubt they do that fight, but it's the only thing I could really find, so run it, I guess. I don't know, not really much to add there, and yeah, not really much to add here in general. Again, for Ricky, could get cut, could stay. I'm not upset either way. I would not mind seeing him get cut, to be honest, but we'll see what they do with him. And yeah, not much for him here. He was definitely just here to make the new guy look good, and he did. So Montez looked very good debut, very good performance again, trying to favor the prelims as much as he could, and he did a semi-decent job. And yeah, one more can I really say, so good one for Montez, good debut for Montez, the highlight of the prelims. And who do they fight next? I guess Melsik Bagdasaryan, because that the only thing I could find that was like, okay, I'll be down to see that. But again, who knows if they actually do that fight, and hopefully Montez fights again before 2 years again, so not really much else to say. Good win, good performance, good fight. The only time you'll hear that on these prelims, and yeah, the only highlight of the prelims. Oh boy, and then we got back-to-back fucking joke fights. Well, we'll be on the main card probably before the half-hour mark in this video, so let's get these out of the way. Add into the garbage on this card, leading with the co-main event, the prelims. That could have not been more pathetic if it tried. We have in our prelim co-main event, the lock of the night that cannot look less like it. We had Dante Johnson versus Cody Brundage. You went 15 minutes of Cody Brundage. You fucking suck. Lock of the night, and you went 15 minutes of Cody fucking Brundage. Oh man, And I will say this was not a split. I don't know in what fucking world the judges think Brundage won this fight. It was a clear 29-28 Johnson. But the fact that I said 29-28 and there would be no debate for the judges, and you needed the judges, should say a lot. Yeah, this fight was fucking garbage. Round 1, Brundage just laid on him. Round 2 and 3, Dante did the bare minimum of not getting laid on and throwing half-assed punches while he was gassed to win. And, yeah, clear 29-28 win here. Both guys looked fucking atrocious. Cody Brundage quit after round 1 like always. He is the new king of the turtle shell, same as fucking Anthony Smith was. And Dante Johnson is fucking awful. He's going to get fraud checked very fucking soon by anyone halfway fucking competent. And, yeah, this fight was dreadful. Like, one dude wanted to quit, the other dude was gassed. Again, clear win for Johnson, and he did, I'll take it, 6-0 on locks, but Jesus fucking Christ, man, this was bad, and, what more can I say? Garbage fight, garbage fighters, got the lock win, even though you could not performed any worse if you tried. Pitiful, pathetic performance from Dante Johnson. Cody Brundage is still Cody Brundage, cut him already, and, nothing more to say there. Pathetic. And then you want to talk about pathetic. The featured prelim. Oh boy, this is a whole can of worms if I've ever seen one. The featured prelim in the bantamweight division. Oh boy, where do I begin here with this shit show? Maybe the most embarrassing fight the UFC has put on in 2026. What was this? We had Cody Garbrandt versus Long Zhao. This might have made Tuivasa and Teixeira look good. What the fuck was this? So in round 1, Zhao easily won the round. Cody had the biggest shot of the round, but it should not give him the round. But somehow it did. Round 2, all Zhao. Round 3, all Zhao. But somehow they give Cody the round. And fucking Long Zhao gets robbed. Why? And let's talk about the elephant in the room. Yes, Long Zhao got 2 points taken in round 3 for nut shots. Yes, he should have been DQ'd, I agree. But, since he wasn't, he won the full 15, he still won this fight, because if you actually know how to watch and score, Long Zhao won all 3 rounds and should have won 28-27. So, I'd have been fine for this. This should have been a draw, because if you give Cody round 1, obviously then, basic math, it'd be, well no, Cody would still win at that point, right? This whole fucking scoring system is fucking backwards. Well, yeah, yeah, it'd be a, no, I'm trying to, no, yeah, I think it would be a draw if you gave Cody round 1, he lost the last 2, right? Am I right? Am I wrong? I don't fucking know. Maybe I'm wrong. Either way, Cody Garbrandt did not win this fight. This was a complete robbery. It should have been a Zhao win or a draw. And, yeah, this was bullshit. I don't know another way to put it. Let alone this fight was just fucking garbage in general. Because Cody did about nothing outside of running away, and Zhao kind of just taunted more than fighting. This was fucking pitiful. Cody Garbrandt is so washed, it's sad. And Long Zhao is a fucking dumbass, even though he did not deserve to win this fight because he's stupid. He still clearly won this fight, and this was a complete robbery, so... If they would have DQ'd him, that they should have, I'd been fine with it, but... Yeah, this was just garbage. Confusing, garbage, stupid. What can I say? Zhao's a dumbass. Cody did not win this fight at all. Should have been a Zhao win or a draw. And, yeah, not much to say there. Guy can't even be happy for Cody winning because he did not fucking win this fight. It sucked, and it was a robbery. Great way to end the prelims. And just like the third round of that fight, these prelims felt like a kick to the nuts. Outside the Montez fight, everything sucked. lame, boring, 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 embarrassing, stupid. When Termin, Dumbero, and Durden, excuse me, I had to fucking drink to make it through this card. Not really, but fuck. When Termin, Dumbero, and Durden is your second best prelim, more than likely, that says a lot. Thank you, Montez, for trying to not be ass and actually having a fine performance and fight. But yeah, this fucking card, his prelims were pathetic, and, what else am I meant to say? So, was the main card better? Not really. A little bit. Let's get into it. At least the main card started on a high with its first two fights, beginning with the rematch that ended in some sweet, sweet revenge in under 2 minutes as we started the main card. For bang, one of the only good things on this card. We had the rematch to open the main card. Gregory Rodriguez versus Bruno Ferreira. RoboCop getting Zax's revenge, gets the knockout, same way Bruno knocked him out with a right hand that just dropped him, put him out. Very short fight, not much to it. They circled each other, and then finally RoboCop landed a bomb to get the win. Simple, you love to see it. Yeah, RoboCop gets the revenge and proves that the first fight was a fluke. In dominating fashion. Worst case scenario for Bruno, obviously, here. And, yeah, good win for RoboCop. Instantly waking everyone up after whatever the fuck those prelims were. And being one of the only few highlights of the night, which is no shocker with RoboCop Rodriguez. You love to see it. Great way to open the main card for a quick finish, and again, he knocked him out the same way Bruno did in the first fight, which is funny. And yeah, great knockout, great win. Great way to start the main card. What more can you say? You love to see some sweet, sweet revenge. Let's talk about the man who got that winner, RoboCop Rodriguez, moving to 10-3 in the UFC, and really, he should be 11-2, because again, this was still a robbery. Now on a 3-fight winning streak since that Kim Neer loss, and he's looked really good. I 100% believe when he's at his best, RoboCop can be a top 10 middleweight easily. I think he's much better than a few guys ranked above him, and I think if he fought Cannonier 10 times, he might beat him a couple times. Cannonier is really fucking good. That's not even a bad loss at either way. And RoboCop's good, man. RoboCop's really good. Again, when he's at his best, he's one of the best in the division. Getting a nice win here pretty easily. Got great power, great wrestling, great fighter. Cardio's a bit suspicious, and we all know his chin is a bit shaky. Besides that, it was just really good. What more can you really say? Can get 3 in a row now, setting himself up for a big fight next time out. And, yeah, pretty simple. So, what more is there to really say? There's a quick revenge trip for RoboCop, and hopefully see him back in there ASAP, because he might be the only thing to save a lot of these fucking cards at this point. Let's get him in the top 10, he deserves it, and again, when he's at his best, he's one of the best. And then for the loser here, in more ways than Bruno Ferreira. This was the worst case scenario for Bruno, because now his best win just got proven to be a goddamn fluke. Yeah, Bruno's not that good. I've told y'all, if anyone actually thought he was anything special, you're weird, because his wins since RoboCop were shit, and his losses were even shittier. He's just not that good. I'm not calling him a cannon, of course he's better in this division than fucking Fedrikas Dumas and whoever, but the dude's just not that good. He's just never gonna get past higher level guys. I 100% think guys like Ikram and Pfeiffer are levels better, and Bruno at his best is a top 30 to 35 guy in the division. I would definitely debate him and Chara of who's better there, and I might lean Chara, which says a lot. So I don't think Bruno's that good, and now his best win is proven to be a fluke. And what more can you say? So you got sparked out under 2 minutes with the same punch he got you with years later, both on full camps, and now your best one's a fluke. It's still ranked for now, but yeah, he's just not that fucking good. I don't know. I'm not calling him a can or overrated, because I don't think anyone thinks he's that good anyway. But he's just not really that good of a fighter at all. So, pretty simple. Well, with that being said, one thing left to be said is, who should they fight next for RoboCop? And we'll go more in depth on this idea later, of course, of who's the second half of it. But I think the most logical fight for RoboCop would be Renier de Ritter, for obvious reasons. If you just used the method of elimination, Pfeiffer is booked, Paulo's booked, Rome is booked, he fought Jarrett already, Whitaker is going to light heavyweight. Who did that leave you? Bing, bing, bing. Who won the pony? Renier de Ritter, who we'll talk about later. That makes most sense. RoboCop and Renier would be an easy one for RoboCop, and we all know it. Book it. What more is there to really say? I don't see another idea for RoboCop, unless you have him fight Fluffy and Kyle does something different to spoil that idea if you really cared. You're not doing a Jarrett rematch. Roman and Pfeiffer are booked and going to do those fights anyway. You might do Roman, but he is booked. Paulo and Whitaker are going up weight class. That leaves just Renier. RoboCop deserves a fight up. Give him it. Not really much to say there. And then for Bruno Ferreira, who hangs on by a thread into the number 15 ranking. We'll see if he keeps that by Tuesday, or they give that to someone else like Ikram or whoever. He's definitely, if he is still ranked by the time he fights again, he'll be fighting outside the top 15, that's for sure. Against who we'll see might be Ikram, I wouldn't be shocked. And, yeah, he's just not that fucking good. So he never really should have got ranked to begin with, because why was Vittori still ranked at that time? And, yeah. Pretty basic. We'll see if he can keep that ranking come Tuesday. That being said, not really too much else to be said here. Good revenge by RoboCop, as expected. God damn it, round 2. I should have picked round 1. Getting the win, getting the revenge, and now putting himself in a good spot to get a top 10 fight, so hopefully he gets that. Again, I think him and Renier would make the most sense. That could either be an Apex main event, or a fucking fight night fight, whatever, you know how it works. And, yeah, that'd be an easy one for RoboCop, so book it, obviously, so see no reason not to do that. For Bruno, again, we'll see where he goes from here, who he fights outside of the top 15 now, and, yeah, not really too much else to say there, so sweet revenge by RoboCop, you love to see it, and, not much else to say. First fight's proven it was proven to be a fluke. We all knew it to begin with, now it's a fact. RoboCop gets his revenge. You'd love to see it. Great way to be in the main card. Yeah, don't expect many more things to be called great on this card. The second fight of the main card was great as well, as expected, even though this going to round 2 is a bit shocking, but, you know, it is what it is. As we had in our second fight of the main card, a fight that got hate for no reason, and of course, was one of the only good things on the main card. We had our second fight of the main card, the Unk battle that ended in another knockout, as you'd love to see. The last finish of the night, we had Drew Dober versus Michael Johnson. Well, Dober, you might hate the memes, but you really don't help your case against them, do you? Yeah, round 1. MJ actually looked pretty good, was winning, doing a thing, but trying to get the finish. Round 2, Dober clipped MJ, kind of like how he clipped Bobby Green, got the finish, and got the win early in round 2. I'm not even gonna go into the fucking, what is a faked fight, MJ fell as underdog, I don't fucking know. That's for UFC to discover. What I do know is, in the fight that I thought Drew Dober won, with fake or not, we'll fucking see in the coming days. I don't know why MJ would do that, and, yeah, Drew Dober gets the win, adding on to the knockout record. Now 2 above Poirier, making it 11. Again, not helping his case against those memes. And, yeah, good shit. What more can you say? Expecting a little more action and a quicker finish here, but it is what it is. And, yeah, love a Drew Dober win. Like I said, whoever landed first was going to win. Dober landed first and got the win. So love to see it. What more can you say? And that's about that. To talk about the fighters, I'm starting with Drew Dober, the knockout king, moving to 15, 11, and 1 in the UFC, and getting the knockout record up to 11, back to back now. This man has made some money in the UFC, $908,000. Getting bonuses as often as possible. Good for him. And yeah, now on a winning streak again. Not a great winning streak. Prepelic, who's a joke, and MJ, who, if it is true that he faked the fight, oof. But we'll see how that turns out. And yeah, always gives you Drew Dober winning. He is very washed, obviously, and he's not going to make a run or anything, but win is a win, man. He's still pretty decent if he can just, he still has that power, which is most important. If he can just keep his chin from getting cracked, and if he can avoid fighting anyone actually decent or young, he'll be fine. So he's still got it, still decent. You know, he is washed. Who knows how many more fights he has left? Probably, I would say maybe 5-ish in that ballpark. And now he's building on top of the knockout record at this point. Good for him. And let's see if he can make it to where it's going to be a bit hard to catch. Already 11, which I don't think anyone's on pace to get. Maybe like Manuel Torres could get breaks. I think he's up to like 4 already. So we'll see if anyone can take that record from Dober in the future. Right now, he's the king of the knockouts at lightweight. He's still going strong. See how much longer Drew Dober can go. And if he can stop going along with the memes and winning these fights, or getting these fights. As for MJ, if that shit is true about the fight being fixed or fake, whatever, not good, obviously, very bad. But I just can't see why MJ would do that shit, so knock on wood, that's not the case. And we'll see though, we'll see what comes out. If it's not fake and he just lost, I feel bad for him. We'll see how he bounces back, 'cause he's doing really good, but it took the L here. 39 years old, gonna be 40 soon, falling to 16-16 in the UFC. Obviously you're not gonna cut him, he's Michael Johnson, but let's see what happens, man. Just how shitty is Daniel Huber is the fucking biggest talking point to take away from this fight. There you go. Yeah, no, that winning streak was not very good, but it was good to see him on that winning streak. And yeah, we'll see where he goes from here. So hopefully he can bounce back. If it was a fake fight, then yeah, he is gonna get cut. If he didn't fake and he just lost, we'll see him back later in the year, like we always do with MJ. And yeah, no more can really say. With that being said, not really much else to be said there outside of who should they fight next. For Dober, there's a few ideas I saw. Joaquin Silva would be interesting, another Unk battle. Grant Dawson would be kind of intriguing, but that kind of be a waste of a Drew Dober fight, just let him get wrestle fucked. I think Jalen Turner would be intriguing, but that could go really bad for Dober. Can we just baby Dober? Give him fucking easy fights. Give him fun Unk battles. Jim Miller would be a banger, but I don't know if they're gonna do that fight. So, you know, I would love to see it if they do Jim Miller and Drew Dober. It'd be kind of cool. But, you know, we'll see. And there's definitely options for Dober. I like Joaquin Silva, maybe the most realistic option of those, and the most fun. Because again, Jim Miller, it's not really the most realistic. I don't know if they're gonna do that. I kind of like that idea. I don't know. Jim Miller or Joe Quinzel was the idea. Grant Dawson or Jan Turner the more out there idea, and I don't love those. So that's at least 4 ideas there. And yeah, I'd love to see him versus Joe Quinn or Jim. So hopefully we get one of those. Neither has happened before. So book it. And then for MJ, again, hopefully it wasn't fake and he doesn't get cut. But if it is, and if it is, what can he do? If it wasn't, he lost. We'll see how he bounces back. Give him a fucking somebody. I don't know. They give him like Edson Barboza or some bullshit to bounce back against. And now we're the winner of that shitty Shamrock fight in a few weeks. Give him an easy win. And yeah, not really too much else to say there. So going for Doe, building on a knockout record. MJ, please don't let the rumors be true about you faking it. And yeah, not really too much else to say here. I'd love to see a Drew Dober win. He doesn't love winning this fight for the memes. And let's see him versus Jim Miller, Joe Quinzel. Be down with either. Let's do it. Not really too much else to say there. Fun fight, got hate for no reason. Last good fight on the card. Because then we got into some garbage. I'm not gonna waste time clicking on this garbage. Raul Rosas and Rob Font. Exactly what I thought it would be. Raul cuddling him to death. Waste of time. Raul's garbage. Font sucks. Next. The co-main event of the evening. The fight that was 100% forgettable and should have not been a co-main on any fucking card ever. We had a complete co-lame that, again, I already pretty much forgot. I watched it a few hours ago. We had a co-lame that, again, shouldn't have co-mained any fucking card. Caio Borralho versus Rodney, or the Quitter. Yeah, this fight sucked. For 3 rounds, Caio beat him pretty fucking easily. I would get my scorecard up, but verdict is fucking, I can't even get the main card on the site, so this will work. Verdict was down for like most of the card, so great. But not much score here. I agree here. 30-27 for Caio. Ranier did nothing. The only round you could make a case for Ranier would be round 2, and the only thing he did was hug Caio on the cage for a few minutes. So 30-27 Caio, better on feet, more active, got the better shots off. Easily beat him, but it was still boring. Thank God this was not like an Apex prelim main event or some shit. Should have been an Apex prelim, but thank God it was only 30 rounds because this shit was dreadful. And yeah, this sucked. One guy's just a shitty fighter. One guy, I think we've seen his ceiling. Yeah, terrible co-main. Shocker. Let's talk about the winner here, with Roofy gone. The Caio Borralho getting back on track. 18-2 now. 8-1 in the UFC. I think we've seen Caio's ceiling at this point. He's a fine fighter, but he's not a top 10 level guy. He's closer to like being around number 11, 12. He's fine, but I don't think he's even close to the level of Strickland, Fluffy. I think RoboCop's better. Like, Caio is just fine. The striking is fine. His grappling's fine. Like, is he spreading himself too thin with Walden fighting yards? Is he just not that great? Like, Gene and Pratet are much better than him. And he's just fine. He's nothing special. We've seen his ceiling. He was never gonna be champ or a top 5 guy. But yeah, what can I say? I'll take Brent Allen. I'll take Brent Allen to beat him. Like, he's just not that great. Not the most exciting. And again, I think we've seen his ceiling. So see where he goes from here. I think it's a very obvious next fight for him after this, but and it's not going to be a good one for him, but we'll see. And yeah, very forgettable win here for him, just to get back on track. I still think he's better than Imavov, but that's just Imavov terrible. And, yeah, not really too much else to say there. I think we've seen Kaio's ceiling. And then for the loser here, the Quitter, Renier the Quitter. Yeah, this dude's fucking garbage. What can I say? Falling to 4-2 now in the UFC, and most people would say 3-3 with that Whitaker fight. He's shit. Feed him to RoboCop and cut him. Nothing to say. Send him back to 1 to go fucking job out to random juiced up nobodies. And, yeah, he's terrible. Pretty simple. Yeah. Next. Only thing left to say now is, who should I fight next? For Kaio, I think there's a very clear idea here. Mid-man ranked right above him who just lost. Fluffy. I see no reason not to do that fight for Kaio. Who else would he fight? He called out DDP, that ain't happening. DDP's gonna fight Brown Allen eventually. The winner, could Kaio fight the winner of Izzy Pfeiffer? I guess, but I highly doubt they would do that. I think Kaio and Fluffy makes more sense. It'd be a great Apex main event. Probably a really good way for Fluffy to get back on track. I do it. I think that makes a lot of sense. And, run it. Why not? Pretty self-explanatory, so. What more can I really say? I just don't know what else you would do if and then for Fluffy, if you don't do this fight, I don't know who the fuck you would fight, so run it. Pretty simple. Unless you did, Fluffy and fucking Rodriguez and Kaio versus the winner of Izzy A. Pfeiffer? I just don't see the point to that, so we'll see though. But, yeah, Kaio and my vote, because it makes the most sense. There you go. And then obviously for Renier, we talked about it, RoboCop. Simple. And what else is that? Hell, that could be a main and a co on a fucking Apex card. Kaio, Fluffy, Renier, RoboCop. So, but we'll see. And, yeah, not really too much else to say there. Pretty terrible fight. Both Renier sucks and Kaio's not the most exciting. Not really a lot to add there, so maybe I call it the co-lame for a reason, and it was lame, but I also call it an easy fight to predict, and that was also true. Fuck, I should have made Kyle the lock over Johnson, he looked better, and, yeah, was this even better than the Dante Johnson fight? Barely. Not really much to say here. Shitty fight. Who should I fight next? For Kaio. Fluffy would make the most sense. For Renier, RoboCop would make the most sense. And, yeah, not really too much else to say there. Bad fight, boring co-main. Better than the Font fight, but yes, that's very little. I would probably say this was the 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe like the 5th best fight on the card, which is not saying a lot. And, yeah, co-lame for a reason. Should have never been the co-main, and that's about that. So, Renier still sucks, and fine win for Kyle to get back on track. And then, the main event of the evening for the BMF title. Oh boy, this one has got everyone in a fucking uproar right now, and it's so funny to see as we had in the main event of the evening for the BMF title, 11 years in the making, the rematch between two of the greatest of all time. We had to end the night on a bang in the BMF title fight, and oh god did we not. We had in the main event, Charles Oliveira versus Max Holloway. Yeah, about that BMF. I can honestly say I thought this fight could be a lot of things. A 50-45 Charles domination was not it. For 25 minutes, I no bullshit you, Charles threw Max on the ground and kept him there and beat him. The Islam special, wow, I still can't believe Max got beat that fucking easily. Charles destroyed him 50-45 across the board. What can you say? I'm fucking shocked. I did not see it going that way at all. Was it a good fight? Not really. For the craziness of how easily Charles won, I guess. But I've seen worse. And no one should be giving Charles shit for this if you're an Islam Hamzat defender. So, is what it is there, I guess. That he's still more exciting than those two fucking jabronis. And, yeah, Charles turning back the clock and looking fucking phenomenal. He still got it, man. He still got it. And Max's grappling is pretty bad. Yeah, Charles dominated. There's really not much talk about the fight. He threw him down 5 times and won 5 rounds. And I picked him biasly as a kind of just hope he wins. He actually did win. And the BMF has a name. Charles de Bronx. We'll see where this fucking belt goes from here. And, yeah, crazy. So, what can you really say? Yeah, not what I expected at all, in any form. I thought Charles could win. Did not think it'd be like this. And, crazy. What more can I say? So, not at all what I had on my bingo card. Weird fucking rematch. Unexpected. And, it's always good to see Charles win, though. So, what more can you say? To talk about the fighter, the new BMF, Charles Oliveira, getting the win here, extending his winning streak to 2 now since Ilya killed him. And, yeah, I don't really need to mince words. I've said it all week and I stand by it. Arman and Charles make sense now. The winner of this fight is going to fight Arman, in my opinion, and that would make sense. So obviously the BMF not on the line, and yeah, run it back. He's not going to fight Connor, so no Charles and Connor. He's not going to fight for the belt, because after Ilya beats Gaethje, who knows what the fuck happens. So let Charles fight Arman. And even if you want to wait till after the White House, see if Ilya moves up. If he does, interim title. So, or for a vacant title, whatever fucking logic you want to use. I still don't think Charles will win this fight. I think y'all are really pushing it there. But I'm down to see it get a rematch. So, because it makes sense, and let's see it. So, they're the two. If Ilya left the division, these would be the 2 best in it. And, let's see him run it back, so pretty self-explanatory. Do I think they'll do that? I hope, because I don't know what else you're going to do. Again, he's not fighting Connor. I'm shocked he didn't call him out. And he's not going to fight for the belt next, because if you had him jump Arman, you'd be a bit fucking insane. He's not going to fight down. So, he just 50-45 to Max Holloway, like it was nothing, so what can you say? Let him fight Armani, and again, if it's after Ilya moves up, then you have Charles and Arman fight for the belt. So pretty simple. Not the BMF belt. If you want to retire that belt, I don't think anyone would mind, because it's a shit belt anyway. And yeah, good for Charles, man. Always good to see him win. Happy he didn't lose here and retire. Happy we get to see more of the Bronx, and they add another belt to his collection. Love to see it. And then for Max, who was leaving this fight in a very position. Maybe people were right, he did duck wrestlers, because holy shit, can he not grapple? Like, I never thought of that, because you never see Max grapple, but yeah, he's a shit grappler. This is the first time he's really been grappled since, the Connor fight, and that was like 15 years ago. He got dominated here. He got his ass beat from fucking bell to bell, and now he takes the L here. He didn't retire, so we're gonna see him continue. And now what? When I'll go back to my point, I said this all week as well. The loser of this fights Benoit, and they should fight. And now Max Holloway should fight Benoit Saint-Denis. So let's see that. That'd be a fucking banger. And I think Max would get back on track there. I don't see Benoit beating him at all. So I would easily pick Max to win that fight, and yeah, he's obviously washed. He's been washed, but he still won the best. And yeah, wait, brother. Let's see him and Benoit be a banger. And not very much else to say there. If he wins that, he's right back where he was. If he loses that, that might be the end of Max Holloway. So, see what happens. And with that being said, not really much more to be said. Again, I already gave away the fight ideas. Charles and Armand, Max and Benoit. Pretty self-explanatory top fucking fights. Again, if this man leaves to go fight this man after he beats Gaethje, then these two can fight for the belt, and these two can fight to see who fights the winner of that. So, pretty self-explanatory. And yeah, lightweight's really interesting now. These four are all tangled to see who's next in line, or what the fuck else is going on in this division. Who knows anymore? And see what happens. So get these fights booked and go from there. And yeah, that's about that. Max takes no and shows that maybe he really can't grapple. I think he'll bounce back. And Charles got a new champ, a new BMF. Good to see him win. Always a good fight if Charles wins. He's the one fighter who can get away with this boring grappling bullshit. And yeah, not a great fight, but it's Charles. He can get a pass. And what is there else to really say outside of the BMF has a name? Charles the Bronx Oliveira. And with that being said, boom, that was the card. To go over how I did picks. Not good. 6 of 12, 2 perfect, 380. Should have got 7 right, because Zhao got robbed. So, 7 of 10, 12. Worst I've done this year after doing great last week. Yeah, I kind of knew I was going to do terrible on this card. So, Bonuses for the card went to the 4 finishes. Dober, Rodriguez, Montez, and Bellato. Sure, can't disagree. If you missed the card, what should I say? You should go back and rewatch Montez, Rodriguez, and Dober. About it. If you want to watch the main event, sure. Skip. And skip all the first 4 fights. So, Montez, Rodriguez, and Dober. Pretty self-explanatory. Second to last and the best segment of all, the chopping block. Who's on it after this shit show? Should be everyone, but I know 2 names for sure: Cody Durden and Cody Brundage. Get the fuck out of there. And you might throw Ricky Torcios in there as well, so I'd be more than okay with that. But Brundage and Durden for sure. Aside of that, obviously they should be cut, but these idiots won't be. No, obviously you don't cut Jesus. You probably should cut Long Zhao, but you won't. Ferreira, no. MJ, if that shit is true, if that betting bullshit, maybe you should cut. He will be cut. Rob Font, I would not be against it, but I doubt it. Rainier would give it one more L, and of course not. So I'd say Brundage and Durden for sure. Tercios is very 50-50, so. And, yeah, that's about that for the chopping block. Not as big as last week, but I got name-wise 2 guys who've been around forever, so good riddance. 2 cans gone, oh no. And lastly, and this is gonna be, aim really low for when I say this. What would I rate UFC 326? What do I rate the card as our final thing? Again, aim really low. I'm saying a 3.4 out of 10. And that's being fucking generous. This card was terrible in every sense of the word. 3.4 out of 10 is as I could go lower. I can't go any higher than that, and even that being really nice. This card was fucking garbage in every sense of the word. Take away Dober, Rodriguez, and Montez, there's nothing to this card. Yeah, main event was not great. everything else was fucking lame. 3.4 out of 10, and that's a generous 3.4 out of 10. Last week we got our best card of the year, and what's a 6 point whatever with Mexico, and then we come back for our worst card of the year right after it. This card sucked. I don't think anyone's gonna disagree that this is the worst card of the year. Worse than 325, worse than Batista Oliveira. This card is just fucking horrendous, and yeah, as expected, a card that looked terrible, was terrible, and can we say we're shocked when a card looked awful? So, not all you can say there. And oh wait, it gets better. Next week we head to the goddamn Apex. For actually a really solid card, Josh M and Kevin Vallejos. Some really good fights on that card. Jill Rob and Lemos. Jose Delgado and Andre Fili's a banger. A lot of other fights. That should be a fun card, even though it's in the Apex. And that UFC Vegas one, I don't even fucking remember anymore. It was 120, I think, maybe, in that ballpark. And yeah, so that's that. Not much I can say outside of that. Again, we got the White House card announced during this. That was fine. Yeah, definitely that's a whole nother can of worms to get into on a different time and date, so I talked about it on stream, and I'll probably make it short about it, but yeah, that's underwhelming. Not underwhelming or overwhelming. That card is very whelming, and yeah, this card was just terrible, so not really much more I can think to say, so I won't waste time saying anything else. That being said, not really too much else to say here outside of. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, subscribe to, and so we go by the end of 2026. Hopefully you know the schedule already for everything I do, so we'll be back Friday and Sunday with videos for that Vallejos Emmett card, and that card will be much better than this one, I can already kind of tell you, so see what happens. This card is fucking dreadful. Shortest video I've made in a while, at least breakdown and recap wise, and I never want to talk or look at his card again. So 3 good fights, Oliveira winning, tired of that, burned this card. And as always, RX out. Good vibes. Only